Hello, it's Steve Sipress here on Topical Tuesday, May 28th, 2019. Topical Tuesday. Now, today we're going to talk about a topic that's not exactly a topic in the minds of everyone on Earth. Actually, it's a topic front and center on my mind and on people that are very near and dear to me, including my clients and some VIP guests. I will be hosting, starting in 2 days on Thursday, the May 2019 edition of the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind. That's a smashing event that I host 3 times a year, and the excitement is just through the roof here. I've been talking to my clients and VIP guests and lining everything up, and we get all kinds of festivities planned and all kinds of incredible, great connections are going to be made, and I get introductions to make between all kinds of really cool people. I got the program right here, in fact, the who's who at the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind event. So I've got pages of bios and photos and helping everyone to connect and get to know each other and meet some old friends and make some new ones. And always big things happen at these events. But before I get started, actually, just want to say I've been talking about these live events. Yesterday on Direct Mail Monday, I shared a fantastic piece. If you missed that video, you might want to scroll back wherever you are on my blog or podcast or on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else on social media, LinkedIn, anywhere, and catch yesterday's video if you missed it. I shared a great marketing piece, a great example that is a great way to put butts in seats to get people to attend your seminars. And today I'm going to talk about the number one key to hosting your own live event. Live events, if you're not using them, are a fantastic way to grow your business and make a lot of money and build relationships if you're in it for the long haul. And so before we get started, I just want to say, all this talk about live events, I've hosted hundreds of them. I've helped clients host hundreds of them. If you're serious about hosting your very own live event, and you want some help, you head over to helpfromsteve.com and we'll get on the phone together one-on-one and I will help you with your event. So that being said, today I want to talk about the number one secret to having a successful live event. And it's something that I didn't know when I hosted my first big live event. I didn't know, and I of course had a coach, and he asked me the big question that I was like, gee, I hadn't even thought about. He said, well, that's the number one question before you even start to consider running a live event. All I said was, hey, you know what? I want to hold one of these. I've attended plenty of them. I'm sure you have as well. I got bookshelves here that are just filled with all kinds of programs and binders from all kinds of live events that I've been to, and all these events. So these are all filled with notes, and you see all these different events. I got shelves and shelves and shelves of them. And so then I have more stuff in storage somewhere. So I've attended hundreds of live events. I've gotten on planes and stayed in hotels and flown all over the country and all over the world and attended in-person events. And I remember just saying, it was years and years ago, I was like, I want to hold my own big live event. And I just thought it'd be cool and fun, and I attend them all, and they're fantastic, and all these great guest speakers you get together, and then all these people come flying in, and you get to hang out with great people, and there's cool sponsors will come in, so there's all kinds of resources for everybody, and tons of knowledge and fun, and all kinds of great stuff. But then my coach hit me with the number one question, the number one key to the success with a live event, and that's what I'm going to share today. So here's the question that you want to answer if you're thinking, and I hope you are, of hosting your own live events. They can be big, they can be small. This one is small. I keep it to a maximum of 25 people. It's just some of my very top clients. And then some of my clients, they are extremely successful entrepreneurs. So some of them are, oh, gee, I'm hosting my own event, or I'm speaking at an event, or, that's what most of them were. They're speaking somewhere and traveling somewhere for something. Now some are therefore coming in and leaving the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind. They'll be leaving it early. Some are coming late. So they're only going to catch part of it because they're speaking somewhere, they're flying in from somewhere, whatever. But anyway, here's the number one question that you have to know before you host one of these events that people will come clamoring for. And the question you need to know as the host is, you need to ask yourself and you need to figure it out before you do anything. is what's the purpose of the event to you? I'll repeat that again because it's the number one point. What is the purpose? What do you want to achieve by hosting the live event? And so when my coach asked me this years ago, and I was dumbfounded, I was like, gee, I felt kind of silly. So maybe you feel kind of silly, and that's okay. Maybe you never even thought about that's an important question. It's the number one question. And so I never had either. And I felt kind of silly. I was like, well, I don't know, because it'd just be kind of cool to be known for hosting that event and all the fun. And, he's like, yeah, no, it's not a good reason to host your own event. This is going to take a lot of time, a lot of moving parts, more than you can imagine. It's the old saying of the old duck you see on the pond, like he's gliding across the water, looks effortlessly, but under the water he's paddling like crazy. That's what hosting your own live event is like. You get up on the stage, you're introducing people, you're walking around saying hello, everything looks great, but behind the scenes, man, your text messages are blowing up with, hey, my flight is delayed, and where is it again, and I'm lost, and I'm in the whatever, and I can't make it, and this, and a who, and your speakers, and your guests, and your, the hotel, whatever, wherever you hold the event, there's something wrong and going on, and, phone calls are coming in, and then behind the scenes, so-and-so is sick, or so-and-so can't this, or this person's arguing with that person, or whatever. There's always people, not always, but there's usually people trying to undermine your event, coming for the wrong reasons to make trouble and cause problems, and so you have to deal with all that, and there's just so much stuff going on behind the scenes. So before you go through all that expense and all that time and all that trouble and all that risk, you want to answer that question. You want to answer it fully. What do you want to achieve from hosting the event? And it can be multiple things, by the way, which makes it even more complex, such as the All-Star Mastermind. That's this program right here. It's multiple things. It's an event, an appreciation event 3 times a year where my clients get together. And it's one thing, we have a private online forum, we have weekly group calls, they all, text and call each other and email and whatever, but that's all fine and dandy, but there's no substitute for getting together in person and hanging out for a few days. The event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so tomorrow night, Wednesday, my clients, most of them are flying in for the event starting first thing the next morning. So I'm going to have dinner with a whole bunch of my clients, and there's nothing like it. Think about your family. You can email and text message and phone call your cousins and your mom and your family and with it. But is that any substitute for getting together on Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever holidays you get together as a family? Of course not. If someone says, oh, your cousin is getting married, well, I'll just text message to you guys at the, there's no substitute for being there and being with the family and celebrating and building those bonds and those relationships. And that's one of the reasons for this event. And then I have guests coming to the event, and I have VIP guests coming to the event. So this event is for my clients to meet these VIPs. They can co-promote each other's businesses and form all kinds of partnerships and profitable relationships. And I'll be, brokering and negotiating and all kinds of deals and helping everybody out there. And there's many more reasons to it. But for you need to know that number one thing. What is before you even plan it, before you have it, if it sounds like fun, if it just sounds great, but what's the primary purpose for the event? That's the number one key to having a successful event. After all, if you don't define it that way, then how will you be able to define success? If you don't know what was the number one purpose that you wanted to achieve through the event, how will you know when the event's over? If someone asked you how to go, are you going to be able to say, you could say, oh, it was fun, went great, every event has some glitches, some behind-the-scenes stuff that went here. But, but what was the purpose? Did you achieve your goal? Did you surpass your goal? Because that's mainly what I'm known for. I don't just help people achieve their goals. I help you achieve goals you never even thought you could. So, again, if you're serious about hosting your live event, you want to go over to helpfromsteve.com. That's where you get to it's got a link to my personal calendar. You choose a day and a time that works for you. We get on the phone and one-on-one. People find it hard to believe. I did a couple today, and I answer the phone. I'm like, hey, is this really Steve? Yeah. How can I help you out? Like, people don't even believe. I mean, somebody at my level, you have a hard time finding somebody at my level that will just say, yeah, give me a call. Here's a link to my personal calendar. You just call me on my personal cell phone. I will answer it, and we will talk, and I will help you out with the situation. So yesterday we talked about getting people to attend your events, and today I'm talking about knowing why you're doing the event, and so you can know afterwards whether or not it was a success, whether you're ever going to hold one again, what you're going to do after to build on the success or to recover from if it wasn't as a success, and on and on. But it starts with knowing what's the main purpose. And then there can be a second and a third and a fourth purpose, like there's going to be at the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind. I just discussed two of them, but there's many more reasons for the event. So once you get to my level, and I've done hundreds of these events, you can handle multiple goals and multiple reasons for the event, and all kinds of moving parts, and all kinds of people flying in from all over, and guests coming in from all over. And I used to host these here at my home, but this year, for the first time here in Scottsdale, I've rented out a beautiful place, and right here in Scottsdale, Arizona, a spectacular private manor, and with a big pool, and a whole luxury place, and beautiful kitchen and pool table and outdoor activities, and all kinds of great stuff. So, and I'm going to be staying there with my beautiful wife Michelle and with some of my clients. So talk about building relationships. Again, it's more like a family than a business. We're going to be hanging out. Obviously, some people will be staying in hotels. You don't have room for everybody. And some of my VIP guests live in the area. You even have a couple of clients that live nearby, and most of them have enough sense that they'll be staying at the place, but some have chosen to, they'll stay at home and drive over and drive back, which is a little crazy. But anyway, that's their choice. I mean, who's to say it's crazy? I mean, I say it's crazy, but they say it's fine. But anyway, I'll be really building those relationships. I really look forward to it. I'll be hanging out with my clients and accomplishing lots of stuff. So this is a great way to build relationships, to build your business for the long term, to really give back to your clients, give tremendous value to your clients. I also scout out prospects for new clients at these events, guests that show up, and then they say, wow, this is amazing. You do this 3 times a year, and you also help people one-on-one, and you also help people in a group setting, and I have my courses, and I have all my materials I share with everybody, and I do a lot of stuff for them, and they say, wow, can I become a client? So there's lots of reasons. Again, I won't get into all of them, but lots of reasons why I'm holding this event. The key is you've got to know what is the reason or reasons why you're hosting your live event. Now, a lot of people have a lot of fear around the events. I just talked about a lot of the negatives about it, a lot of the obstacles, time, money, effort, expertise. If you've hosted your own events before and they haven't gone as well as you want, or if you've always thought about one and you want to host one, you're really serious about it, or if you just decided, hey, maybe let's explore it, head on over, if you want, to helpfromsteve.com. If you want my help one-on-one, just get on the call and help you out. And so you go there, helpfromsteve.com. If you want my help, I freely will give it to you. I love helping out other entrepreneurs, and once in a while, somebody to help out attends one of my events, becomes a client, refers somebody, who knows, all kinds of good things can happen down the road. I can refer people to you, you could refer people to me, I could become a client of yours, you could become a client of mine, who knows what happens. But I know one thing that happens, we get on the phone, and I help you achieve your goal. In this case, it'll be understanding why you're hosting the event, and then of course I'll give you some tips how to have your event come off as seamless as it can. Thanks for the likes. For some reason, Facebook is not showing me who's here, and so I don't see any questions or comments. At this point, I will answer any questions anybody has that's here. I see a whole bunch of likes, so I know there's some people here. And if you're watching on the replay, you can always just, wherever you're watching, YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever I get notifications, so-and-so posted a comment, has a question, I answer them all. And as always, you can go to helpfromsteve.com and we get on the phone, you pick a day and time that works for you on my personal calendar, we get on the phone and I help you out. So any way at all I can help you with this stuff. I've hosted hundreds of events. I've helped clients host hundreds or thousands more. I've pretty much been through all the good, the bad, and the ugly about live events, and I love to help people succeed, and I think it's I think it's the best way to build a business, to build a strong business that's there for the long haul, because there's no substitute, like I talked about seeing one-on-one. No text message or email or Facebook post or anything in the world can compare with being in person, breaking bread, having a meal, hanging out. You know, we're going to be hanging out in the pool, and people are going to be sipping some cocktails and hanging out in the pool and talking late into the night. And, you know, you can tell all kinds of great things come from that when top business people get together like that. Here's a comment from Jeanette. Hi, Steve. Thanks for sharing. Let's catch up soon. Sounds great. Catch up anytime. I post a new video every single day. So come on and post whatever you want. Head over to helpfromsteve.com and get on my calendar. We can catch up one-on-one. Either way. Or I'm sure there's plenty of other ways as well. I speak at a lot of events. I host a lot of events. Lots of ways to catch up soon, as you say. So thanks, Jeanette. Thanks, everyone else, for being here live. Thanks for everyone watching on the replay. Again, if you're serious about hosting live events and you want some help from someone who's been there, done that, been through it all, and can help you to have massive success with your live events, you want to head over to helpfromsteve.com. That's it for Topical Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Now, I'll likely be recording the video from the location of the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind. So you're going to see in the background the spectacular location I've rented out for my VIP guests and my clients and my other guests. And I'll be sharing specifically a tip and strategy or tactic to help you make money on the World Wide Web, on the internet. And we'll do that tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. So thanks, Jeanette, and everyone else. Thanks for the likes, the shares. Facebook loves all that engagement stuff. It helps them show my videos to more people so I can help more people out and have more fun. And that's all good stuff. So I thank you all for that, and I'll catch you tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Over and out. Bye-bye.